Okay. Yeah, yes.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So far we looked into animations, right? So now how to access the animator component in our project using script. Okay. Just I want to make it. So I have two objects which is animated, right? One is cube, one is car, right? So let me some direction that is disturbing. Okay, I will set it like this. So I will decrease the intensity. Okay, make it 0.9. Okay, now sorry. Yes. So I have two objects which is animated, right? One is car, one is cube. So with using my script, I want to access those animators. Okay. So is my am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible,
Yeah.
Vinay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to create one script for accessing those two game objects. For that, I need to create one script, right? Okay. So any of the game object, I can add my script. Okay. For camera, I am creating my script. New script. My script name is animation controller. Okay. Hit enter. Okay. Let me open this. Fine. For accessing those two game objects, I want those game object references. Okay. You already know yesterday I explained to you. And I want to access this car one and one is cube. Okay. My script is attached to camera here. At camera, I created one script called animation controller. I opened this. It is looking like this. By default, two functions are there. You know, and now I want those game object references. Public game objects. So what game objects I need to access? One is cube and other one is car. Okay. So here my requirement is whenever I click, then only the animation should be play. Okay. As yesterday we did some small scripting, right? Right, like that only. I need to access the animator of this car and cube. Okay. So car animator is move, right? This is the car animation. Let me check does the car and cube is animating or not first. So the car and cube is animating. Okay. Here I will write based on my input dot get mouse button download. So means left click. Whenever I press left click, the cube and car animation should be happen. So So what I will do first, I will enable this animator, disable the animator. Disable means what? The animator component won't be work, you know. Okay, so car animator is disabled, cube animator component is also disabled. Now I want to play and check does the animations are applying or not. So it's not applying. Now at runtime, what I am going to do at runtime, I am enabling this one. At runtime, I am enabling this component, cube component. Okay. So for that, I took two game object references, cube and car. Here, whenever I press cube dot, how can I get the component? Get component using get component keyword. So get component. What I need to access? Component name is what? Animator. Okay. As soon as you type, it automatically gives you the whatever the suggested ones. Okay. Animator dot enable disable is for activating and deactivating the components. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so dot enable is for activating equal to true. So whenever you put the cursor here, what is expecting? Boolean value it's expecting, right? Boolean value it's expecting. An animator component is expecting to enable the boolean value. Okay, as same as I'm copying this one and paste, and car is my second game object to make it enable. Paste. So two animations I am enabling at the time of when I click the left button using script. Okay. Now I will play and check. I am playing and I click here. So whenever I click, what is saying? Some exception is there. The variable cube of animator controller has not been assigned. So what it means? You took the game objects in public, right? But you are not giving any references to it. It's so far it's empty. So that's why it's saying that not assigned. So camera here the game objects are expecting. One is cube, one is car. Cube and car. Okay. Now I am playing and checking. Okay. So these are the default error. Just ignore it. Okay. I am clicking. Okay. Where you want to click in the game window, you need to click because game window is the input take for the project. So I'm clicking here. So whenever I click, animator component is getting enabled by the script and cube is also enabled by the script. Okay, just check here, you will understand. So whenever I click, this component will getting enabled. Okay, this gets enabled. So this is the way of accessing the animator. Okay, now another one more concept is timeline animation. Okay, what is timeline animation? So now so far I am accessing two different animators, right? Two different clips for the animations, two different animators. So it is the one more concept in advance for the animator is called timeline animation. Okay. So for that I will take one new scene so that you will clearly understand. So I'm taking some scene called timeline example. Like this is mainly used for the cinematic animations. Like you have 2 3 characters, 4 5 characters, you want to play with it one time with the one animator, one timeline. Okay, with the timeline you based on that you have to play like a cinematic video type kind of animations. Okay, for that let me set up some small scene. Okay, so whatever the materials I have, we'll check with that materials. And this I want to add this black one to this one. Okay, Now I want to place some cars. Okay, so instead of characters, assume like you have cars. Okay, so car, just drag and drop into your scene, or you can drag into your hierarchy. If you want to use any asset from the project, what you have to do, just drag and drop into your scene, or you can drop into your hierarchy. I will make some 4 cars with different colors. Okay, now it is not on the ground, so I make it into ground. Okay, now it is in the ground and I am scaling somewhat. Okay, this is one car. I will take the rotation some 90. Okay, take same another car with a different color. Okay, this car is let's say blue color, blue car, and this is the red one, black white one, whatever. So white color. So if I change the material of this color, same material is used for the another car also, so the material won't be applied separately for this car. So I want to, what I have to do, I need to create some other material. So car material, I need to duplicate it. Car material is by default it's for blue. If I change here, both cars will replicated, right? I don't want that. I want separate cars. So I want to create some other materials for other car. So control D for duplicate. Now I am applying some different color to it, and I want to apply this color to this car. Okay, this is, I want white car, so I am making white. Okay, so if you want in detail in white color, you need to change the some metallic kind of thing. So whenever you increase the metallic, it becoming metallic, right? So I want don't metallic, so I just want white, pure white color. Okay, so I decrease the metallic. So this is the option, just hold the alt and move your cursor, as a yesterday I explained, right? So I have 2 cars and I want some 2 more cars with some different matte color. So this is the, so I'm just duplicating it. Okay, so one is green and another one is some pink color. Okay, I want applied some different material for these cars. The pink. Okay, so far I have 4 cars. Okay, so these 2 cars, I will rename it like whatever the color which I, which is green. Okay, and this one is the pink. And this is also this side. So what I am trying to tell you is, using one timeline, I can access both all 4 cars. Okay, 270. Same like animation only, the timeline will also work. Okay, just the decoration and the maintenance is somewhat different. Okay, now these are the different positions of the different cars. Okay, if you want to scale it somewhere, I will scale it. Okay, now how to create timeline animation. Okay, just right click on it, create timeline. Here timeline is there in project, right click, create timeline. Okay, Whenever you create a timeline, it's created like this. Okay, you can rename it controls car or controls by timeline, whatever the name you want to wish to give. Okay. Now the timeline is created. I want to play this one. So what I want is I want a playable director. Okay. So playable director I want, and it's expecting some playable timeline. Okay. I am assigning this car controller to this one, and I am trying to open this one car controller. Double click on it. It will open like this. So I just want to drag it and drop here. So before that I want to create some track. Okay, now I want to create some timeline. Create timeline name, access cars. Here I want to access first this blue car. Okay, I'm dragging and dropping here. Here I want to use animation track. Okay, this time I'm selecting this one. So I selected. So whenever I selected, I need to record it. Yeah, someone need to get mute your voice. Okay, I am recording for the this blue color car. Okay, so I want to do some recording, like I want to move. Some disturbance is coming from the background. Yes. Madam Jagannath, you have to mute me. Hello.
Sir?
So Jagannath, so thank you.
Muted.
Yeah, thank you. So, whatever the model you want to timeline animated, just you want to drag and drop here. Okay, whenever you drag here, you will get animation file like this blue car. So I hit the recorded button here. So it's time to record the your movements or changes. Okay, the first is the my present placement is these keys. Okay, for some time gap, let's say 120, I want to move this card from here to here. Okay, so I switch it off. Okay, now same for the white car. I will drag and drop here. I will take the animation track and I want to record for the white car. Now select the white car and move it from here to, for time gap 120, I want move this car from here to here. Okay, same like other cars. Green car I want to select, drag here, take the animation track, record it. Green color car you need to select, and from which point to, sorry, from which point, from this point to, from this point I want some movement for the green car is this one. Okay, as same as pink car. So I switch it off the green color car recording, and I will, sorry, the blue car. So I am dragging and drop here, take the animation and record the for the pink color car. For the first time I want starting points to be recorded, so I just move like this. So whenever you make changes here, some white color points, tracking points will be appear. Okay, so I want this car from here to here. Okay, so for all 4 cars I got recorded: blue car, white car, green car. So with using one timeline we can access the n number of game objects to be animated like in a cinematic animation. Okay, now I just want to play and check. Okay, this is the timeline animation. So whenever it's completed, it will come back to its own states like this. Okay. Now here also I can use like some other way. So up to the end of the mark, I will do some other thing. Like I put here and I want to make it turn. Okay. So what I will do here, I will first select the turning points, whatever the turning points is there. So 90 is there, 90. From 92, I want to rotate to like this. Okay, just check it. I only did for the blue car. Okay, just I am dragging and checking. So blue car, these are the lines for the blue car recordings for the timeline. Okay, just I am dragging from here to here is the first clip. After this first clip, for time some time gap from 90 degrees to I am rotating to 180. Later also I can move some movement from here to there. Okay, from here to I want to move some other places like here to here. Okay, now check like this. Okay, so let's say assume like if you have a n number of characters of cartoon characters, if you want to make it a video, or if you want to showcase something, or like if you want to give a output of some kind of what we can say, let's say you have a cycle model. Okay, how the cycle parts are attaching, how the cycle will work. If you want to export with this, you can use timeline, so that you can attach the each and every component of the cycle and how it will prepare, how it will make, how it will run. That's the example for that. So these kind of animations you can achieve with the timeline animation. Okay, you can do n number of ways of animations. These are the timeline for this one. Okay, so you can zoom in, zoom out. Okay, maximize. I will maximize this. So you can drag and drop here, or you can drag like this, middle mouse button, and you can drag like this. If you have more clips like this so far, so you can drag and check it like this. Okay, so this is the way of using timeline. Now same, you can access this timeline with the script also. Get the playable director off means you will not able to any timeline will run. Okay, so it is the so far what I did this one. If you want to use for the other calls also, you can just open your timeline and just record it. So I recorded for the white one now. So whenever the white car is reached here, so go from there to here, observe the white car. Okay, so whenever the white car is reached there to here, so I want some rotation. So go to a white car, whichever the object you want to make it animate. Okay, just record the present whatever the values are there for this. Okay, so 90 is the first value for this one. So I'm rotating 92. So we need to get the point for this one. So 92, I'm rotating 270, let's say. Okay, Okay, 270. Check like this. So whenever it's come here, it will rotate like this and move. So now I will tell you how the animation is imported from the outside and how to use the animation file to the character, okay, which is important. So I'm just enabling this all, okay. So far I don't have an animated character, so I'm trying to get from the net, okay. So there is a website called Mixamo where you can get your animation, whatever the animation you want, you will get from here, okay. Sign up for free. See, sign in. I already have an account already. So in this timeline, anybody have any doubts, please ask me. So timeline is nothing but if you want to some cinematic kind of video or movements, if you want with together more than one object, you can do with the timeline with once, okay. That's the reason we are using the timeline. So I need to select the character first. So this is the character, okay, I am fine with this. If you want other characters, just go here, characters will find here. So all character, whatever the character if you want, you will get here. So I will take this character. So this is my character, some cartoonish character. Now whenever you okay with your character, go to animations, right side of the character tab, okay. Now I want this model to be walk, okay, walk and some other animations I want. So just select your wish animation what you want to apply for this character. Or if you want to type it, you can type and check walk animation. You will get the walk animations. So I want to apply this walk animations. Okay. Character is now walking, right? Okay. So I will take in place animation. He is walking. Okay. Now I will download this model. Okay. I want to use this one. So I'm just downloading character. So you want Unity FBX format, okay? Just select Unity FBX format with skin and frames as it is. You leave it, and with uniform, okay? Just download it. So it's just for how to use a character animation in your project, okay? So download is here. As yesterday class told you, the model should be in .fbx format, okay? Now I want some more other animations like I will say jump, okay? Want to jump animations I want. So I will apply this animation. So this jump or some other jump animation. Okay, this is my jump animation for this character. So this is also I want to download Unity FBX format with skin 30 uniform. Okay, just download it. Okay, now I have two animation files. One is walk and another one is jump. Okay, now I want to use the animations of this model in our project. Okay, so how to import a model? as you already know, just drag and drop, or you can get from here. Right click, create, import new asset. Okay, so for the best understanding, I'm just dragging and drop. Okay, so I have two models. One is character 14 jump and one. So I'm selecting one and dragging. So where I want to place every asset, you need to place in a asset folder of your project window. So whenever I place here, I have two models here. So you can check in inspector also like this. So you have two models, one model with two animations, right? So here also you can check your animations, like select your object model and go to animation, just play here. Here also the animation will show, and for this what the animation is there. So this is the walk animations. Okay, now I want to use that one. Okay, I will just drag and drop into my project. Okay, as its scale is very low, I am increasing the scale uh, like this. Okay, I will set up camera in front of him. Okay. So how can you get the textures of the FBX? So whenever you import the FBX model, here are some options like, okay, in material, so there are four tabs: model, rig, animation, material. Okay, so here you can extract the textures and you can extract the materials. So let me extract. Okay, so it will ask for where I need to extract the textures. So in the game only asset I need to export, just I am selecting. If you want a specific folder, you have to give that. Okay, so whenever you extracted the textures, okay, the some texture files are came like this. So yesterday class, you done with the model, if how to import the model, how to apply the textures, right? Same kind of thing. So this is the material for the model. So I mean texture for the model. Okay, this is the texture. Texture is nothing but the dress of the character. Okay, just remember like that. So outer surface of the detailing of the model is nothing but texture. Okay. Now how can I apply the texture? Same as it is. I need to drag and drop the material to the project, this model. Okay, but I want to some more. Okay, let me extract the material also. Okay, there is none material is there. No? Extract material into the same folder. Okay, as soon as I uh, imported my extracted my material, this is my material. Okay, so this is my material with the not defined anything. So I want to add this one, albedo. Okay, whenever you added albedo, already the material is attached to this character, right? So that's the reason it's already applied. So this material is already applied. So whenever you added albedo, I mean texture, so it's automatically takes. Next, normal map. Okay, glossiness, some other stuff is there. Okay, so here is my character. I want to make it some more brighter, so I'm changing some settings here. Only texture, so it's become some brightness, right? Now this character is empty. Empty means no animation, just I want to play and show you. I just hit play. Okay, this character so far no animation is attached, right? Now I want to add a animation to this character. Okay, you have two animations. Okay, one is walking animations, another one is jumping animation. So this is the walking jumping animation, and this is the walking animations. Okay, by default the character I want to walk, so I want to add one animation called walking to this character. So here the animator component is used for the animation, this you know already. Okay, but the here controller is empty, none of the controller is there. You need to create the animation controller for this. Okay, or you can directly, what we can do, just the jump whatever the animation file is there, walking file, if you open this character you can find the file of the animation. Okay, just drag and drop here, it will automatically created the controller. Or if you want to create the controller and if you want to apply it, you can do like this, right click create. You can see here controller, wait a minute, right click create animator controller, right? Just select animator controller and double click on it, or you can name it cartoon character, cartoon character. Okay, just double click it. By default it will states to nothing. Okay, if you want to attach any animation, just drag and drop here. So walk animation you need to attach, just walk here. Okay, and next jump animation. Okay, so whenever you added any one of the animation, it will located like a this color, means it will by default this animation should be played. Okay, now my character doesn't have controller, I created a controller. Now let me add this. Okay, cartoon character is my controller, just drag and drop here. Or if you don't it's maybe a lengthy process, you can just drag and drop here, it will automatically add. Okay, so it is added. Now I want to play this. Now the character is animating, just check it. So now the character is animating. So by default whatever the animation you took, it don't has a looping functionality of the animation. Okay, what you have to do, just select your character whatever you imported. This is my character, right? So I'm just selecting this one and making looping time on. Just hit apply. Okay, it will continuously walk. Okay, now the character is walking, okay. It's only the walking animation is applying, but the transform is not changing, right? Okay, this is the only I want to explain, just how to apply the animations. If you want to move the transform, what you have to do, yesterday we move the animations, right? Like you have to move the animations if you feel like the animation is working. So let me do this with the script. Okay, this one. So if you want to apply jump animation, what you have to do, just select the animation, make it as state default. So default it will play. If you want to play with the walk and if your wish time, if you want to jump, if you have to rotate the script, if you want to write the script, you can write it like that. For some time the animation need to jump, for some time it has to walk, so you need to script accordingly. So now I will play. So whatever the jump I defaulted, so it will jump like this, or you can give like this also. So I will make it this as default walking. Whenever the walking is complete, I will give the transaction to jump, and whenever the jump is completed, I give the transaction to walk. Okay, so it's walking, jump, now it's walk, again it will jump and walk. You want to check the file, how it is applying. Let's select this file. Okay, you can see here. Now this file is, this animation is working. Now this animation is working. This working. This working. Like that. Okay. So some little script will do without jumping kind. So jump, I will delete this transaction. So only walking is so far is happening, right? So by default walking is I switch. So walking is happening, but I want to move the transform accordingly. Like this, from here to here I want to move. So as yesterday we discussed how to access the transform. So I will rename it like character, okay. So now I am trying to access the transform. Why? Because I want to feel like the character is really walking. Okay. So what I will say, I just access the transform. Player walk, I will say. Whatever the name you want to give for the script, you can give your wish. So whenever the player walk is created, I want to open it. So this is the player walk class, my script. By default, two functions. So I want to move it continuously. So what I have to do, position I want to make change every time. In which direction that I want to know. Direction I want to move, which is the Z direction, right? So direct Z direction, what I want to do, increase the value. Okay. So make it 0, no change, make it Y, no change, make it Z in, I want to move 0.1 speed or 0.1 value to be increased every time. I just hit save and release. Play. So now the character is moving. It's working very smoothly, like a real character is working. Okay. Now, understood now everyone? Now what I will do, I will make it real-time object, like I want to apply some physics to it. So rigid body, and I want some, I will apply some collider. Okay. So I can edit the box collider. So like this, I will put like this. So whenever you see here, you will easily understood edit collider option is there. Okay. So this is my character which contains some box collider, some collision. Okay. So it's become falling. Why? Because it's have some rigid body, so it's falling outside of the plane. So whenever you is outside of the box, you will fall. This is the way of getting the model animation and how to access with the script. Yeah, regarding in this topic, anybody have any doubts? So about timeline or about animation accessing. Any doubts, please let me know. So if you want to use with the your inputs, okay, so how can you do this? So now by default the player has to move, right? Whenever you play, the player is moving. So whenever I press click, or whenever I press space, the character has to jump. How that will be achieved? Okay, now I will say it's a jump, and I will get the transaction like this. So whenever jump is happen, automatically walk should be happen. Okay, but I need to play this jump whenever I give an input based on the character need to jump. Okay, so what should I do here? I will check with this one. If this uh, uh, the script is attached to player, so I just get the component of animator. In that I need to access the jump. Okay, so how I can play the jump animation based on the script? That means how can you switch the one animation to other animation for the one character? Okay, now just a simple line of code. Okay, if I need to check input as given or not, get key. So whatever the get key get key down, whatever the key is, key code, space, let's say. Whenever I press space, the character has to jump. So that I need the character reference. So character reference means the script is already attached to this character only. So I no need of getting the separate kind of reference. Okay, just I need to say game object. Like for transform we wrote like same like game object means this game object only, not I want to get the component of which component I need to access, animator component. In that what I need to access, animator. Animator. Okay, in that animator I want to play the animation of what kind. Whenever you selected a play, what it's expecting, string. String means what is the name of the clip. Okay, so I want to just give the play and give the name of the clip. So what is my name of the clip of jump animation? Just jump, capital jump. Okay, if you want to copy it, copy. Okay, and make it paste here. Okay, so what it means, whenever I press space, okay, or if you want other inputs, you can just change it here. Okay, so whenever you give the input here, based on your input, the animation will play for the game object, whatever the game object you have assigned. Okay, so I'm making it save, control S. Jump animation should be played when space should be true, means you have to give the space input. Now space is the arrow is redirected to walking with shopping bay, means it is a walking clip. Okay, so what it means, this arrow means whenever the jump is completed with, it's automatically redirect into the walk animation. Okay, just I want to save it and show you. Okay, okay, so for the character is running, now I am going to press space. Okay, now it's moving. If you want to press space like this, so I press space, now it's walking. Again I want to press space. Okay, so but for the smoothness, if you want to some little bit of changes in code. Okay, as of now it's looking smooth. Okay, these are the animation switching, how the one character will see. Okay, same character if you want in AR, what we will do, same character you want to project on a target. Okay, so what is the target file is there? Let me open the AR one. So this is my models, right? If you want to appear some cartoon character, if you just need to delete this one and make it your own character here, and make it your which animation you can play. You can walk, you can jump, you can run, you can scroll, whatever you want to do. So same that, like that you can access the model script when based on your target is tracking is found or not in this script. Okay, based on in this script, whenever the tracking is found, the character has to walk or the character has to jump according to your wish. Here is the script for the tracking is found for or not for the AR. Okay, so let me share this APK and tracker for so that you can check in your models. Okay, I just install the APK and I'm just checking. Once it will testing is done, I will share the APK and trackers. Okay. So my tracking images are these two, right? This one and this one. Okay. So I'm installing in my mobile. Okay, I will show you once it will done. AR projection is my script. Okay. Uh, Now, regarding this timeline and animation getting and animation accessing with the script, any doubts, please ask me. Okay. Okay, the APK is working. Let me show you. Okay. So I need to enable my camera. So I will share the screenshot. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute. I will share. So the concept is working by the mobile. APK screenshot I took. Let me screenshot. So this is the screenshot from my phone. The APK is working, which I have built. Okay. So if you want to remove this watermark, Vuforia watermark in your project, so just you want to buy the licensed key, okay? So whenever your licensed key is in your project, the watermark is automatically removed. So I will share the APK to the madam, so that you people can get. I will share the APK to the Radhika ma'am, okay? So the generated APK is here, AR test APK, and the files are target images. I will share you. So if you want to check with this, you can get from madam and you can test it, okay? Or if you have any doubts making AR applications, please anytime I am free to available, okay? Let me share the targets. This one and this one, right? So you can download it this APK and check with this tracker. If you want to print it, you can print it and check, or you can directly project on the some other phone. You can also get the same output, okay? Now the character animation and timeline animation, augmented reality thing, everything you understood, right? Yes. So the site name is called Mixamo, where you can get the models, okay? If you want to test it any AR applications with any character, you can just type Mixamo in Google, okay? Mixamo. Or if you want free assets, you can directly, yesterday I show it to you. There is a asset store for the Unity asset store. If you want any free model with the animated one or without animated ones, any set, you can get from here. But most of the things there are buyable only, but you will get some free kind of assets also here. Window, go asset store. In asset store, you will get the assets by free. If you selected here, pricing is 0 and hit enter, okay? And if you want any model, specific kind of model, house, if you want to just press and house and enter, okay? Whatever the free models available, if you want to check it, just make it 0 and check. Okay, these are all the free ones. House pack is there, free one. Village house pack, free one. Low poly brick. So whatever you like, so that you can get. So how can you import into your project, okay? Let's say I am very much interested with the low poly holiday house, okay? So I want to use with this in my project. Just select this one, download it. So whenever the download the computer, it's asking for the import into your project or not. Just say import, okay? I am already logged in, so that's why it's not asking for the login, okay? So import. So you will get any number of models in asset store, which is very free, okay? Free to use. It's importing, okay? So whenever the importing is done, so just I'm minimizing this screen. So what is the name of the pack? Low poly holiday house. Just you need to search with the name, okay? Low poly. low poly holiday pack. Okay, low poly holiday house. Just double click in this. You will get materials, models, prefabs, scenes, textures. Okay, just open prefabs, and these are the models. Okay, separate models are available. If you want like this, if you want to use this, just drag and drop here. Double click on this, you will directly relocate to here. And if you want building, just drag and drop here. So building is there. So if you want to put your design thing, you can select it from here like this. So if you want a whole set, if you want to make it one, just drag and drop into building. Okay, if you move it, everything will come along with the house. If you want to show this house in AR, means you need to drop this instead of these models, you need to place this building. So whenever the tracking is found, this building is automatically appears. Okay, so coming to here, so let me show you. So whenever you type Mixamo, you will get this site. Okay, this is the site for the animation character, which is free. Characters you will find here, animations here. Okay, just download it with the Unity FBX. So whatever I downloaded, let me show you the properties of this one. Okay, right click, properties. Okay, this is the format of 3D object. What is the format? .fbx file. .fbx file is the supported one for the Unity, as you yesterday class is completed. So what are the formats for the 3D models? Okay, so I wish everyone wants to do this AR testing. Okay, I want to test it, everyone to be are you getting the result or not. And if you have time, free time, just open and check it, do with your own project. Okay, yeah, any kind of simple one, just upload the image, get the database and drop into your project, make it open AR camera and image. Whenever the image open, you need to select your database image and just place your model. Okay, if you achieve this, go with the next step, like if whenever the object is came, like car is came, you need to play some sound. Okay, like a car starting engine sound, or should whenever the car is happen, the car door should be open like that. Okay, the projection of air up to this now is very simple, and later on just you need to check with this script, whatever I told you, that whenever the tracking is fine, what you want to do, you need to do here blah blah blah. Okay, like this, whenever the last is happen, so what you want to do, you need to just write it here, what you want to do with this. Okay, once done with the AR kind of thing, if you want to build it, just go here, file, build settings, you make sure that your worker scene to be added here. Okay, whenever the scene is added, you need to switch for the Android player settings. At first starting, if you need to enable this one, right, you know, right. And whenever you want to build, you need to give the company name, just want to give these names. Okay, company or product name, and some minimum API level is above 5.1 5.0. Okay, just hit build. Okay, whenever you hit build, it will ask for where you want to save the file. Before that, preferences external tool, make sure that SDK should be available. These SDK JDK will help you to give the .apk file from the Unity engine. Okay, software development, this is from Android, you will get. Okay, Android Studio, if you download it, Android SDK, it needs to path to be set. Okay, JDK is for Java JDK. Okay, so you will get the APK file. You can easily put into your mobile and test it. So far, any related from yesterday class onwards, any AR doubts, timeline animation doubts, or animation importing the game object, importing the file, introduction, interface. Any doubts? If you have, please ask me now. Yeah, practice means you can easily practice. Just you need to install it and start. Once you started, you love it.
Sir, could you give some information about the prefabs?
Information about, sorry.
Prefab.
Yeah, prefab. Prefab is nothing but where the prefab is here. 1 minute. Okay. So whenever I imported my model, right, which one in from asset store, I imported this low poly holiday house, right. So whenever I imported, this file is generated in my project. So this folder consists some information: textures, scenes, prefab, models, materials. Materials, you know; models, you know; prefabs, you don't know; scenes, texture. Scenes is nothing but he generated one scene. Let me open this. So model, he already generated one scene. Means he put a scene like this and he gave to us. Okay, forget about that. Prefab is nothing but if you created a model and make it some changes. Okay, like I will create one 3D model cube. Okay, cube I created like this, and I applied some texture to it. Let's say my texture is this one. Okay, so this is the model, right? Cube model is this one. Or if you want to get this one, I will add this one. Okay, so any texture you can add, right? You will okay with that, right? So this is the wall. Okay, now coming to prefab, whatever the model you have used in your scene, okay, if you want to use further, okay, just you want to make it prefab. How to make it prefab? Drag and drop the model into your asset. Okay, now the model is here in my hierarchy. So cube is in my hierarchy. This is the model. Same model I want to use in some other scene. If let's say you have 1 to 10 scenes, okay, every time you are not going to create 3D object cube and making apply the texture, not right. So that's the reason the concept is called prefab. Okay, prefab, how we can do, just drag and drop into your assets, so it's became prefab. If you even if you delete it from here, you can use here. So n number of times you can use here prefab. Same prefab I can use in some other scenes also. Like I will create one new scene. I will use here also. Okay, so prefab is nothing but the stored object, you can say like that. If you understandable language, you can say can store like this prefab. Or in scripting language, I can say at the instantiation time, the prefab is useful more. Okay, like that. You clear with this doubt?
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, please. Still, anybody wants to know anything? Please let me know.
Yeah, that was a nice session from Vinay Kumar.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
we'll end the session here, and after lunch break, we'll join at 2:10 p.m.
Okay.
Thank you, Vinay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll break for lunch now.
Yeah.